Now, over the last couple of weeks, I have ranked the top 10 League 2 goalkeepers, centre-backs, full-backs and midfielders. In today's video, we're going to be ranking the top 10 League 2 wingers from this season, in my opinion. If you do go on to enjoy, don't forget to drop a like on there for me and subscribe to the channel as well if you are new. 150 likes as always would be massively appreciated. And don't forget to get your rankings in down in the comment section down below. Do you agree or disagree with my list? Have I missed any players out? There is some real talent in the wide forward areas, you could say, at this level. I expect a lot of these to be playing at least League 1 football next season, whether it's with their current club or making that step up via transfer. But let's waste no further time and get straight into it. In at 10th position then, I'm going with Dylan Markanday of what was at Chesterfield FC. Obviously, he was on loan from Championship side Blackburn for the first half of the season, and when he did play in that first half of the campaign, he was absolutely incredible. If he'd have been there for the full season, he would have definitely been in that top 3 in my opinion. I thought he was a top talent. I was really surprised to see him have to drop down to League 2 to get a loan move this summer, because when Bradford City played against him a couple of years ago at Blackburn, he was absolutely incredible that day. But with his time at Chesterfield, he did play 22 matches, 22 of them being starts. He scored 6 goals, averaging a goal every 301 minutes, and also chipped in with 3 assists. He created 4 big chances, averaging 1.6 key passes per game as well, and he also had a 49% successful dribble rate. Absolutely brilliant player, left-footed, right winger, low centre of gravity, absolutely outstanding. And like I say, if he'd have been there for the full season, he definitely would have been a lot higher, but I can't really put him higher than 10th because he has only been here for half the campaign. In at 9th place then, I'm going to go with Amari Patrick of Tranmere Rovers. Now, a lot recently he has played as a wing-back this season, but I would definitely say he's much more of a winger playing in wing-back rather than a full-back doing a job there, for example. And I did mention in the full-backs video that wingers who are playing in wing-back would be included in the wingers section of this segment that we are doing with all the rankings and stuff. So Amari Patrick, he's in at 9th in my opinion. 38 starts for him this season. He's played in every single league game, playing over 3,200 minutes, so credit to him for being available for that long. So far this season, he has scored the 10 goals, averaging a goal every 323 minutes, and also chipped in with 3 assists. I think 13 goal contributions in 38 starts for a man who's largely played as a wing back for a team who were second, third bottom, definitely not second bottom, third bottom. Is a really good return in my opinion. Now 28 years of age, still has a 38% successful dribble rate, and I just think his goal output this season for the club he's playing for the position that he's played in for the large part this season, does deserve a little bit of credit. So Amari Patrick's going in at 9th in my opinion. In 8th position, I'm going with Jordan Gibson of Doncaster Rovers. If you'd have told me a couple of years ago when them two were lighting things up at Carlisle, only ever really against Bradford City, that they'd end up in a, what the hell just happened there, in a top 10 League 2 wingers list. But I think Gibson has had a really good output this season for Doncaster. At times has been inconsistent, and that's why he's obviously not higher up on this list. But in his 30 starts this season, he has chipped in with 6 goals, averaging a goal every 400 minutes, but he has missed a further 9 big chances. He's also contributed to 7 assists while creating 13 big chances, averaging 1.1 key passes per game, and also has a 57% successful dribble rate. It's nice to see that he's finally found a home where he's been a little bit more consistent, not inconsistent, but he's in at 8th for me. In 7th place, I'm going with Bobby Poynton of Bradford City. Now, a lot of people were asking why he wasn't in my League 2 midfielders list, but I feel like the winger profile suits him a bit more than a midfielder. I know that he technically plays in the same position as Anthony Sarcevic, but I would certainly say there's more chance of Poynton playing as a right winger rather than a number 6, and the midfielders one was based on more overall. So I did see a few comments asking where Poynton was. Don't worry, he definitely does deserve to be in the ranking, and he's in at 7th place in my opinion. There's a reason why he's been nominated for Young Player of the Season. 25 starts for him so far this campaign, 6 goals and 5 assists. He's got a couple more in the EFL trophy as well, so fair play to him. At the start of the season, wasn't really getting a kick for the first month, was struggling to actually make it onto the bench. Obviously, we saw that when he picked up that minor injury around March, beginning of April time, that we really did miss him in there. He's one of the first names on the team sheet when he is fit and available. Top talent for this level. One of our own, Bradford City fan, and absolutely has to be on this list. So Bobby Poynton, he's in at 7th place. In 6th place, I'm going with Sean Woolley of Accrington Stanley. This season, he has been a big reason as to why they're going to be playing probably League 2 football next season. I do think it'll take a bit of a miracle for Carlisle and Tranmere to both go above Accrington between now and the end of the season. But in his 31 starts, he has scored the 9 goals, averaging a goal every 297 minutes. That is an absolutely fantastic return. He's also contributed to 4 assists while creating 7 big chances, averaging 1.5 key passes per game with a 35% successful dribble rate. At his age, which is now 36, 37, still absolutely tearing it up. I thought he was very good with Shrewsbury for the period of time that he was there. Now at Accrington Stanley, he's been a big reason as to why they have survived from relegation this season. A lot of their 1-0 wins, he has been the goal scorer in them games. He's a top player still at his age, lots of experience, and Shaun Whalley absolutely has to be in this list, so he's in at 6th for me. Before we do go any further though with today's video, don't forget to drop a like on there for me and subscribe to the channel as well if you are new. Can we try and hit 150 likes, as I said at the start of today's video? That would be massively appreciated. And don't forget to get your thoughts in down in the comment section down below. Do you agree or disagree with my list? Have I missed any players off? On who do you think is the best player in the winger position in League 2. In 5th place then, I'm going with Hakeem Adoulakan of Salford City. Obviously, he was excellent for Doncaster Rovers last season. Last couple of matches, he kind of faded a little bit, thinking about his potential move to the Championship, which never came. He then joined Salford, I think, at the end of August, or it might have even been at the start of September, once the transfer window had officially closed. It was certainly once the season had begun, and to be fair to him, he's kind of got his head down a bit, knuckled down, and he has played pretty well in the matches that he has been available for. 28 league appearances for him, 21 of them being starts, playing just shy of 2,000 minutes so far this season. He has scored 10 goals. Quite a lot of them, I do believe, have been penalties. I can't actually see on there about his penalty record. Normally it does come up on SofaScore. He's won the 1 penalty, but I know he's scored at least 3 or 4 penalties so far this season, averaging a goal every 200 minutes with a 19% goal conversion rate. He's also chipped in with 3 assists, creating 7 big chances, averaging less than 1 key pass per game, but he does have a 45% successful dribble rate. I do think there's a top talent in Hakeem Adoulakan. We saw it that his time at Scunthorpe. Lincoln City didn't really work out for him. Did very well with Doncaster last season. Done pretty decent with Salford City this year. Will a League 1 team take a punt on him next season? Or maybe Salford could be that League 1 team if they sneak into the playoffs, but I don't see him staying around there for long. It'll be interesting to know if he maybe regrets not signing that long-term contract with Doncaster Rovers, because Jordan Gibson's gone in there and taken over. But I still do think Adoulakan has had a better season when he's been fit and available. Still a very good player for this level, so he's in at 5th for me. In 4th place, I'm going with Phoenix Patterson of Fleetwood Town. Now, I saw a few, I wouldn't say a lot because there's not a lot of Fleetwood fans, but I saw a few Fleetwood fans complaining that I didn't have Brendan Weirdo in my top 10 at League 2 centre-backs ranking, but Phoenix Patterson, he's in at 4th in my opinion. He is a real talent at this level. 2 goals for him so far this season, but he has chipped in with 8 assists, which I think is a very good return. 10 goal contributions in 20 starts for a team who are in mid-table. Absolutely brilliant player for this level. He probably could do with converting a few more chances and maybe getting between 7 and 10 goals, but he's still only 24 years of age, so there's still plenty more time for him to develop and get better as a player. Played over 2,000 minutes so far this season, created 12 big chances, averaging nearly 2 key passes per game with a 40% successful dribble rate. I do think he's one of the better wingers in this division. He needs to get far more goals though if he wants to climb higher on this ranking, but I still think 4th place for a man who's got 10 goal contributions in 20 starts is not a bad ranking whatsoever. Really underrated player at this level, and I think certainly a player who's destined for better things than Fleetwood Town, with all due respect obviously to the COD Army. Into my top 3 then, in 3rd position I have Armando Dobra of Chesterfield FC. Now when I found out that Dobra was going to be missing at Monday's game through injury, I was absolutely delighted with that news because he is a real talent for this level. Recently signed a new long-term contract with the football club. I think he's now staying there until 2028, but he has been a top player for Chesterfield this season, and he has been a big reason as to why Chesterfield are now so close to making it into them playoffs, potentially on the final day. 42 league appearances for him so far this season, 36 of them have been starts, playing over 3,100 minutes. He has scored the 9 goals, averaging a goal every 347 minutes, and he's also contributed with 2 assists, creating the 4 big chances and a 43% successful dribble rate. I do think at times he can be a little bit too greedy, but when he gets on the ball, he makes things happen. He's certainly more of a goal scorer than a creator, a bit of an opposite to Phoenix Patterson, but I still think at the end of the day he has had a really good season with Chesterfield, and when when Chesterfield had Dobra and Markanday on the wings, they were a top team. When they came to Valley Parade, they had them two on the wings. Goodness me, it was absolutely frightening. He's in at third position, in my opinion. Chesterfield fans, let me know down below, who was the better player? Was it Markanday or was it Dobra? Let me know down below. In second place, I'm going to go with Kelly Namai of Salford City. Now, this is a man that I want Bradford City to sign in the summer. He could come in, compete with Bobby Poynton in that left number 10 position and absolutely tear it up, hopefully in League One next season. He is contracted with the football club until 2026, so he would require a bit of a transfer fee, but he is a top player for this level, and he's still only 20 years of age. I think the same age as Bobby Poynton, or Poynton might have now turned 21. He's either 20 or 21, but two top players for this level. So far this season, he has had a couple of injury problems, just the 26 league starts for him so far this season, playing less than 2,300 minutes, but he has still scored the 9 goals, averaging a goal every 254 minutes with a 20% goal conversion rate, so 1 in every 5 shots that he takes ends up in a goal, which I do think is a really good ratio. He's also contributed to 4 assists, so 13 goal contributions in 26 starts, 1 in 2, absolutely brilliant for a player who's still only 20 years of age. The sky is the limit for Kelly Namai. 40% successful dribble rate, averages over 2 dribbles per 90 as well. Really good young player for this level, and definitely deserves to be in the top 3. I've got him in second, and I'm sure you can all guess I've got him first. This was the easiest one on that I'll ever do, I think. The best winger in League 2 this season, without a doubt, is Luke Molineux at Doncaster Rovers. Now, I'm absolutely terrified at the thought of him playing against Bradford City in less than 2 days' time by the time that this video does come about. He has been absolutely outstanding this season. Just look at, not even the green, the blue on his SofaScore ratings. That is how good he has been recently. He's really turned it on in the second half of this season, but he's been consistent throughout the whole campaign. He's played in 43 league matches, 42 of them being starts, playing over 3,600 minutes. He's featured in the SofaScore Team of the Week on 11 occasions, 16 league goals for him so far this season, averaging a goal every 226 minutes with a 15% goal conversion rate. He's also contributed to 12 assists, 28 goal contributions for Luke Molineux this season. Absolutely outstanding. He's created 18 big chances as well, averages over 2 key passes per game, and I feel like Grant McCann has certainly elevated his game and taken it to another level. I don't think Molineux's first season at Doncaster was particularly amazing. We saw in the second half of last season that there is a real top player there. This season though, he's just gone to another level, and he will definitely be playing League One football next season. Probably will be with at Doncaster Rovers. I think they've got a 4-point gap to 4th with 2 games to go. I know they've got Bradford and Notts County, but you would anticipate surely they're not going to fall from 1st down to 4th with a 4-point gap at this stage in the season when they've got a man like Luke Molineux. 28 goal contributions in 42 starts. Absolutely incredible. Brilliant player for this level. Doncaster fans, what would you value Luke Molineux at? Still got 2 years left on his contract, but has only done it at League 2 level. Bit unproven at divisions above. I would say around $1 million, 1.5 million, potentially rising to 2 with add-ons. He's clearly had an unbelievable season, but I think without a doubt will definitely be playing at least League One football next season. I don't want to see him make the step up straight away to the Championship, and he's going to end up like a Macaulay Langstaff, gets his big move, and he's just not going to be cut out for that. He needs a season or 2 at League One level first, like what we've seen with Davies Keeler done, but without a doubt, the gap between 2nd and 1st is massive. You can't even see it. Wouldn't even fit on the screen. The best winger in the division, and probably top 2 players in the division alongside David McGoldrick for me. And there we have it then. There is my ranking of League 2's top 10 wingers from the 2024-25 campaign. If you have enjoyed watching today's video, don't forget to drop a like on there for me and subscribe to the channel as well if you are new. 150 likes, as I mentioned at the start of today's video, would be massively appreciated. And don't forget to get your thoughts in down in the comment section down below. Do you agree or disagree with my ranking? Have I missed any wingers out? The likes of Bobby Camworth doesn't feature. He's really unlucky to miss out. Josh Nerfield, good player, but only 8 goal contributions so far this season. James Tilley, he's really unlucky to miss out. I think 11 goal contributions. It's either 4 goals and 7 assists or 7 goals and 4 assists. So he's really unlucky to miss out, but I can only name 10. That's the 10 that I have gone for. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you very soon for another one.